Hark, young sovereign. Have you ever felt that sudden, icy shiver crawl down your spine when you realize the one sitting across from you, the one you call kindred spirit, does not see you as a friend? In those calculating eyes, you are no soul to be empathized with, but merely a pawn being measured for sacrifice upon the altar of their own advancement. You cling to the delusion of pure kindness. How quaint, yet how perilous. The most venomous betrayal does not strike from the sword of an open foe, but from the kiss of the companion at your side. It is a wound that does not bleed, yet it rots the kingdom of your inner peace until nothing remains but the cold ash of disillusionment. Mark my words well. A visible enemy is a gift, but a cunning friend is a death sentence. You imagine you are being cherished, yet you are likely being anesthetized by love bombing, that tactical barrage of artificial affection designed to paralyze your reason before the execution begins. They shower you with attention and gifts, mirroring your very soul, only to forge a chain of dependence that they will exploit when the time is ripe. Do not look for the devil to wear horns. He wears your favorite smile. Walk with caution, wayfarer among men, for the numbers do not lie. For every 10 souls you encounter in your modern courts and marketplaces, one carries the blood of the fox and the lion, a predator hiding in the plain light of day. They do not seek your company, they seek your utility, for they believe that every man acts solely out of self-interest. Tell me, amidst the hollow laughter of the banquet, do you hear the rhythmic rasp of the whetstone as the one embracing you quietly sharpens their blade?
Chapter 1. The Mask of Kindness. Behold, young sovereign, the first and most vital lesson. The predator does not arrive with the roar of a lion, but with the soft step of a nurse. Do not search for the face of a demon, for the Machiavellian wears the most exquisite mask of virtue you have ever beheld. They use a simulated empathy, a shallow and calculated warmth, as a solvent to dissolve your natural defenses and melt the iron gates of your vigilance. Observe closely the rhythm of their discourse, for it is there that the fox reveals its tail. The empirical findings of Lauren Abel have laid bare a startling truth. Those of high Machiavellian character do not seek to dominate the stage. Instead, they ply you with an endless stream of elaboration questions. Do you believe they ask because they care for your soul? Discard that fantasy. They are but harvesters of data, meticulously mapping your vulnerabilities, your hidden terrors, and your most desperate yearnings. They are masters of the silent nudge, encouraging you to spill the wine of your secrets and the vinegar of your gossip about others. While you speak, they remain in the shadows of the conversation, revealing nothing of their own kingdom while recording every word you utter. Each secret you whisper is not held in confidence. It is woven into a silken noose, kept in their pocket until the day they choose to tighten it. Mark well my oracle. Look not into the eyes that smile, but upon the hand that is hidden behind the back. A kiss may be the dawn of a friendship, or the signal fire for a psychological execution. They play the game of human chess, where your trust is but a move, and your heart is merely a piece to be traded for their ultimate victory. When that serpent asks of your deepest wounds, do you truly believe they seek to heal them, or are they merely marking the exact spot where they shall strike next?
Chapter 2. The Art of Controlling Shadows.
Once the fox has mapped the labyrinth of your psyche, he begins his grandest design: divide and conquer. He does not need to strike you down with a blade. He simply severs the silken threads that bind you to your true allies. He whispers a doubt here, a perceived slight there, until your trusted circle withers away. You are transformed into an isolated oasis, a solitary kingdom where the only path to the outside world leads directly through him. He is the undisputed architect of gaslighting, a psychological siege where truth is the first casualty. Should you catch him in a lie, it is your memory that has failed. Should you feel his sting, it is your sensitivity that is a crazy burden. He will twist facts and fabricate scenarios until you question your own sanity, forcing you to look to him as the sole arbiter of reality. Do not be deceived. His aim is never your consensus, it is your utter dependency. A sovereign who cannot trust his own eyes is a sovereign who will never revolt. Watch how he hoards information like a dragon hoards gold. To the Machiavellian, knowledge is the only true power, and he will never share a scrap that might allow you to surpass him. He plays a dirty game, withholding help even from those he calls friends, because he views everyone as a potential adversary in a dog-eat-dog competition. He keeps you in the shadows of ignorance, for he knows that a well-informed subject is a dangerous one. Mark well my prophecy, young sovereign. Human nature is change. Persuading them is easy, but keeping them believing is hard. The cunning one understands this, so he builds not trust, but dependency. He does not seek the fragile bond of mutual affection, which can be broken by a single whim. He seeks the iron shackle of necessity, which ensures you remain in his orbit long after the love has died. In the quiet corners of your social circle, who is the one silently cutting the threads of connection between others, leaving you tethered only to them?
Chapter 3: The Coldness of Reason. Cast away the hope of a sincere apology, young sovereign, for the heart of the fox is a barren wasteland where remorse cannot take root. Should they orchestrate your downfall, or watch a colleague be cast out due to their intricate snares, they will feel no sting of guilt. They are the undisputed masters of the clean conscience, often convincing even themselves of their own innocence through pathological deceits. To them, a fallen peer is not a tragedy to be mourned, but merely an obstacle that has been efficiently cleared from their path to the summit. You must understand, wayfarer among men, that for the Machiavellian, the world is not a garden of virtues, but a theater of war, a ruthless survival of the shrewdest, where the ends justify the means. They view every interaction as transactional, a relentless calculation of profit and loss. If your ruin is the price of their victory, they will pay it with your coins and never look back, for they believe that every soul on this earth is driven solely by the engine of self-interest. Do not mistake this lack of empathy for a mere neurological defect. In the evolutionary game of power, it is a formidable adaptive strategy. By severing the nerves of compassion, they achieve a cold, surgical precision that allows them to hunt for power and gold without the paralyzing interference of emotion. They may dwell in a state of alexithymia, remaining functionally blind to the agony of others, yet they possess a terrifying, predatory sharpness when it comes to detecting rewards and personal gain. They do not feel your pain, but they smell your potential utility with the nose of a bloodhound. Mark well this oracle of the shadows. People will only love you when it is to their benefit, but they will only fear you when you hold power. Love is a silken thread of gratitude,
a bond the cunning will sever the very moment it obstructs their path. They do not seek to be loved, for love is fickle. They seek to be indispensable or feared, for power is the only currency they respect. Tell me, young sovereign, do you truly dare to trust the glistening tears of the one who has just used your very shoulder as a stepping stone to reach their throne?
Conclusion. The Sovereign's Defense. Hark, wayfarer among men, for we reach the final rampart. To contend with a fox, you must not remain a sheep, for the sheep is destined only for the shearer or the slaughterhouse. You need not flee into exile, for the cunning are ubiquitous, woven into the very fabric of your modern courts and marketplaces. Instead, you must master the art of the sovereign. Learn to forge and wear your own mask. To survive in a world of predators, you must become unpredictable, a riddle that even the most calculating mind cannot solve. Establish your steel boundaries with the cold precision of a fortress architect. Do not lay your cards upon the table for the amusement of others, for the Machiavellian views every revealed secret as a chink in your armor. In this age, knowledge is the only true currency of power, and those who hoard it, as the fox does, maintain the upper hand. Retain your privacy as your final citadel. Let no one, no matter how kind, possess the map to your innermost vulnerabilities. When the mist of gaslighting descends to cloud your mind, do not look to the silver tongue of your accuser for the truth. Truth does not reside in their shifting words, but in the cold, dry evidence of reality. You must become a chronicler of your own life, documenting every transgression and every inconsistency with surgical detail. A sovereign who keeps a record is a sovereign who cannot be unseated by the phantom lies of a manipulator. Be ready to sever. A kingdom remains strong only by the timely excision of its canticles. If a presence in your circle serves only to erode your confidence and poison your peace, you must find the resolve to expel them. Do not let gratitude or history chain you to a predator, for they will discard you the moment your utility expires. True defense is the willingness to walk away and leave the manipulator to starve in the desert of their own making. Mark my final oracle, young sovereign. He who seeks to remain a good man among a pitiless multitude will surely be destroyed. Therefore, a prince who wishes to maintain his state must learn how not to be good, and to use that knowledge or not use it according to necessity. Protect the inner kingdom of your soul with the icy clarity of a ruler who knows that his kindness is a treasure, not a doormat for the naked ambitions of the hollow. Tell me, have you finally seen through the cracks of their porcelain mask, or do you feel your own fingers beginning to reach for one?